Hey guys, smallish update here today on the Nissan R89C. Um, I've got, well, I had the engine all installed in there. Looks like it's installed at the moment. It's really not. It's just kind of sitting in there. Um, I'm really impressed with how this motor and all the radiators for the turbos and all that stuff look. I just think this thing looks awesome like this. It's kind of become the centerpiece of the car. So much so to the point where I ordered a set of spark plug wire, or well, spark plug wires, 24 scale spark plug wires, so that I can add some add some wiring to the engine. I don't normally do all that for the 24 scale kits just because I just don't normally do it. Um, but I just ordered a set that I can add some spark plug wires to this thing, just because this motor looks really cool, with all the radiators and the turbos and stuff. Um, anyways, point of this video, ran into a small issue when I installed the engine and transmission into the floor pan here. Basically, well, you can see it, and you're not going to be able to see it on video, but sitting like it is right now, it's cockeyed. It doesn't sit straight. The whole thing is kind of leaning in that direction. It just doesn't naturally want to sit in there like that. It was sitting on the pegs. I've since cut them off. There's two pegs here and here, that are meant to go into the bottom side of the engine to, give you little guide pins to put it on. The holes in the engine, I'm guessing, are the part that was wrong, or it could have been the pegs that were just slightly in the wrong spot. But when I would put it in, I had the whole thing glued in, and then I noticed that it was sitting cockeyed, and it's not off by much, but it's off enough that you would notice once the wing is put on, because the wing attaches to this whole assembly as well. And with the wing on there, the wing would make the whole thing look, would make it obvious that it's crooked. So my first attempt was to take my Dremel and Dremel these holes out a little bit so that I had a little bit more play. Didn't really work well enough. The holes drilled out just fine. I made them wider. I also stabbed myself in the end of the finger. Uh, but I widened the holes out, but it just didn't do enough. So what I ended up doing was I ended up clipping the pegs off, just so that I can set this in here, and that gives me a little bit of play. And when I go to glue it in, I'm just gonna super glue it in. When I finally glue it in, I have, playing around with it now. I have enough play back and forth that I can adjust it before the super glue sets, and hopefully it'll be lined up straight, and it will look right. Other than that, I'm making steady progress, just not fast progress on this thing. I was hoping to have it done for the local Nordic Con show. I don't think that's going to happen because that's in 2 weeks. I still have to decal the body. The body's painted. The outside of the body's painted. The inside I have to go over with some flat black again. I just don't think that's enough time for me to be able to get this done, but we'll see. I have a little bit more time on my hands at the moment. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, like I said, I was hoping to get it done for the Nordic Con show, but I don't think that's going to happen. Anyways, it's just a smallish update. You can see the one more look at the engine. You can see the photo etch brake discs there. This brace here it's a suspension brace. That's a piece of photo etch. The radiators, the top portion of the radiator is just the kit supplied stuff. The bottom piece, there is a piece of photo etch over the top of it on both sides, and then they give you a stencil so that you can spray paint the Calsonic logo on there. That looks really sharp. I'm really happy with that one. The radiator for the front of the car didn't come out quite as good, mainly because I'm a dummy. I painted it, and you can see there's a little bit of a blue stain there. I painted it upside down the first time, so I had to try and wipe it off, and I redid it the correct way. Not a big deal. This isn't really going to be all that visible, so I'm not too concerned with that. Couple other pieces for these are the fuel fillers, I think, for the engine. I've got some putty in there right now because there's a great big empty hole in the back side of them. I just wanted to fill that in. I used I really like using the Vallejo plastic putty. It's really easy to work with. It does, however, take a couple of you have to apply it a couple times because it tends to shrink up. It shrinks up roughly it shrank to roughly half the size of what I put it in there last night. Last night I took that putty and I filled it in, and I actually filled it up over the top of the piece, kind of like it is now. But it shrunk so much. Like I said, it shrunk to roughly half the size of what I had put in there, so there was still a gap, and I had to apply some more of that today. Other than that, I primed some other pieces yesterday. I just put some color on them earlier today. Waiting for those to dry, and progress should continue here shortly. So anyways, that's my quick update on this thing. I haven't really acquired any new stuff, although I haven't really been showing off new acquisitions in my videos lately. But no new kits lately, if I could get the words out. So yeah, anyways, that's my update. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you, bye.